1 month of glamour on and off the pitch. That at least is what the organizers of the World Cup would like you to see. But let's take a look now at one of those secrets they would prefer visitors not to see. Our next stop is the temporary relocation area, that's the official name, of Blikkersdorp. It's located 40 kilometers from the center of Cape Town. Residents there call their new neighborhood a World Cup dumping ground. Others say it's a concentration camp that reminds them of the apartheid era. Well, our reporters Philip Crowther and Rabazanoon went to Blikkersdorp and found a situation even more complex than they could have imagined.
Welcome to Blikkersdorp, the name people here have given their new dwellings. In English, Tin Can Town. Rows upon rows of shacks, each one identified with one letter and a number. They house victims of xenophobia, homeless people, and those evicted from other shanty towns. Many here claim they are victims of a World Cup cleanup.
It's take you back to the old apartheid, because right now old apartheid, this is what did happen, and now it's still happening because of the World Cup. They moving the people to Blikkersdorp. Even people who are staying here to Greenpoint Stadium, and they also took dead people by force and bring them to Blikkersdorp.
This Somali family is now forced to call this tin its new home. It sleeps 6, the parents and their 4 children.
Very cold under. He was inside. You see the sinker. We sleeping for the sinker. We are feeling very cold.
For many, Blikkersdorp is the place to escape. In theory, a temporary place, while they wait for a permanent home. But that wait for some has now reached 2 whole years. Others sleep at the gates and are desperate to get inside Blikkersdorp, just to have a roof over their heads. It's the city of Cape Town that decides who gets one of the shacks and who does not. Preference goes to those who've waited outside the longest.
We are 11 that's going to move in there. 11 is going to move in there. We are waiting for the council to give us another stretcher from one of my daughters, the eldest daughter, and 3 children, because that is too small for us.
As you can see here, one family has got lucky. They are now moving into one of these tin boxes, one of the 1,900 homes here in Blikkersdorp alone. 18 square meters for one of these, no wash basin and no shower. 40 kilometers from here, the city authorities only have good things to say about their tin can town.
It is exactly like any other well-established gated community you find anywhere else in the world. We have created a gated suburb for poorer people.
Residents tell us any empty shacks will be occupied soon. They say by the beginning of the World Cup at the latest.
Now, there are a total of 32 teams taking part in this World Cup, among them an unprecedented number of African nations, 6 in total. They include the host country, Algeria, Cameroon, Ghana, Ivory Coast and Nigeria. Now, all eyes, of course, will be on the big football stars such as Samuel Eto'o or Didier Drogba, but referees will also be in the spotlight. Officials from all corners of the globe will be taking charge on the pitch. Now, some of them from Africa, of course, not all too far from the soccer city, the venue for the World Cup final. Our reporters saw where South Africa's youngest referees are at their most enthusiastic.
We are in Soweto, South Africa's most famous township. This is football territory. The enthusiasm for football here knows no boundaries. One rather astounding example of that can be found at the end of the road here at Tsumbetsu Primary School.
Middle, in the center of the field. All right, fine. Let's go.
So who'd be a referee? The least glamorous profession for some, the most serious thing in the world for others. Once a week, 2 former South African referees bring the laws of the game to Soweto.
All right, fine.
A pilot project for the moment.
We need the attention of the referee. The attention of the referee. All right, fine. Today we are training this prospective assistant referees. The movement along the line, offside, goal kick and corner kick. Usually with offside, we will be concentrating more on that because we have realized that that is the most problematic area whenever games are being played. Red, right, yellow.
After just a few months of weekly classes, these girls and boys are now refereeing in the local leagues, with very good performances, say their teachers. South Africa has 14 international referees. Just 3 of them are women. If they pay attention in class, these kids could join them, maybe at the next World Cup.
Right things.
We have been learning about 17 laws of the game and how the match plays and how to ref and how to be fit.
I want to be a referee of FIFA World Cup as a referee. Yes, I want to judge the field of play so they can know me around the world.
That's what we are going to concentrate on today. Now,
But first, of course, there is the World Cup in South Africa.
15, 16 and 17.
Interest in class has gone up appropriately. On the timetable, the laws of football, but also AIDS prevention and how to open a bank account, the very first step for an aspiring professional referee.
In line with the
Second last defender. Keep it up. Shine, then please shine.
The motivation to reach that goal won't be lacking.
Well, that's it for today's show. Next week, an action-packed special edition of The Week in Africa from Durban, South Africa, where the continent's top teams have set camp. I hope you do join me then. Thank you for watching.